Well, it's not only a big night for the showing world, of course, with Best in Show. It's a big night for agility because it's the finals of the Kennel
And welcome
Club
to the
Agility
main
Championship.
arena at Crufts for the Agility Championship final, the last agility competition of Crufts 2014, and this the title that is on everyone's bucket list. We're about to see 23 of the best agility dogs in Britain. Graham alongside me. First of all, many thanks for all the assistance that you've given this little pup over the last few days. Greatly appreciated. And just let's have a look at the course out there. We will welcome the judge in a moment, Tom Quinn. But this course, to your expert eye, designed for speed.
Good evening, everybody. Evening, Jim. This is not a difficult course. The judge says that he wants to have a quick dog to win this competition, and I think that's exactly what he's going to achieve. When we see the first dog go round, we'll get an idea of where it goes, but there are not many handling points in this, but that brings its own problems, because the faster the dogs go, the easier it is for them to pick up the wrong obstacle and the harder it is for the handlers to control. That, coupled with the slightly more slippery carpet, could cause its own problems.
And just looking down at that course now, do you think that we might see one or two penalties over the dog walk? That over the last few days, the dogs seem to have negotiated pretty well.
They will want to have a modicum of control at the end of the dog walk, but the dogs, as they come down there, will be faced by the entrance to the tunnel. So that in itself is a draw for them as well. When they come out of the tunnel, they're heading straight for the tyre. They've got to pull them off that, and then they've got to just steady them down and have some control on the seesaw.
This is a hugely important title as well on everyone's bucket list.
This is the one they all want to win. They want to be an agility champion.
A huge honour for the judge today, Mr. Tom Quinn, Glaswegian, competing since '85, judging since '88. You know the feeling well. It is a huge honour here. You did the job last year.
I did, so I know exactly what's going through Tom's mind at this particular moment in time. He'll want to get a few dogs around this course without any faults. He'll need to know how it runs, and there will be a few butterflies.
Here we go then, first to go. We have 8 small dogs, Gene, Tuck and Glenn, Shetland Sheepdog. Glenn's second Crufts at home, a mischief being so small. He loves his agility there, and he's gone over that dog walk okay. Up and down over the seesaw, little pause there.
Lost quite a bit of time there. Has to go right to the end in order for these small dogs to get it to tip very quickly. Plenty of verbal encouragement here from Gene.
45 seconds, the course time then, not flashy, this dog, but very, very consistent.
It is, and this is the very, very quick finish to the course. They've got to pull the dog back in so it doesn't run past it. Well done, Gene.
Well done, Gene, indeed. 34 seconds and no penalties and no time penalties. Well inside the 45 seconds that is the allotted course time. Great close-up going through those weaves as well.
That's going to set the penalty for the next dogs to come.
Here we go, Clive Foden, experienced and very enthusiastic, a Crufts veteran with Poppy, 3-year-old Shetland sheepdog. Noisy, lovable character with a mind of her own. Competed twice for the British team overseas.
Man of vast experience, but endless enthusiasm, as you say, Jim. You'll hear him, no doubt, over the top of everything else that's going on, making sure the dog picks up the right obstacles, turns in front of the seesaw to get himself on the right side.
Very, very good so far. No penalties and quick 15 seconds going through the weave. Look at that through the weave. Brilliant.
Got to avoid the first jump again. He's done that very nice. He's up and over the A-frame in a blink of an eye.
As we anticipated, a very high quality competition so far. Through the tyre, through that tunnel, in and out. Excellent. Through the collapsible tunnel as well. Big finish as well over the Kennel Club jump.
Well done. What a great. He got himself onto the correct side of that collapsible tunnel. These dogs really focused on what they're doing. You can see this as the dog comes out of the collapsible tunnel looking for the next obstacle.
Fantastic. 2:34 seconds so far. No penalties. Now we look at Rosie Cavill, experienced international competitor and Spice, 8-year-old Cocker Spaniel. Runs on nervous adrenaline, does Rosie, but runs very successfully. Away we go.
These big events really bring out the best in Rosie. Just steadies down there for the end of the dog walk. Now she'll get a chance to open a dog up after the seesaw. Crossing in front of the jump to get the dog on the right side of it, into the weaving poles.
These are the best of the best, and you can see why. Look at that. Applause from the crowd going through those weaves. A-frame, up and down, scampering over that. Still no penalties, and no suggestion of any time penalties either. Building up for a quick finish through the tunnel. Hops over through the collapsible tunnel and finishes within 32 seconds. Quickest so far. Absolutely first class.
As we said, she thrives on these sorts of competitions. The dog goes right to the end, wasting no time in making that seesaw hit the ground as soon as they possibly can. It's faulted if it doesn't touch the ground.
One to watch here, perhaps Natalie Webb with Cass, 6-year-old Sheltie Cross Collie, represented England in Oviedo, Spain in the World Agility Organisation Championships. Bit of time off last year after tearing her tricep muscle.
Just to remind everybody, you don't need a pedigree dog to compete in these competitions. Any cross or crossbreed will do, as well as any pedigree.
The quality of this competition so far has been phenomenal.
These are 23 of the best dogs in the country we're looking here, and what a great advert for British Agility it is.
That is looking good again. Still no penalties. Well up with the clock. 20 seconds going over the A-frame. There's the first penalties of the competition. Just coming down that A-frame.
She's going to push the dog round. Oh, dangerous manoeuvre that, but well done.
Quick time, 32.4, but 5 penalties.
Are we going to see a sub 30-second run, Jim? No time wasted there, but again, just pushing a little bit. They know it's such a quick course, they've got to get through it.
You're looking at another very quick dog here. Otis, miniature poodle, 5 years of age. Handler David Wright represented Britain at the European Championship last year. Otis, a very special dog, and look at Otis here scampering around this course. Just a little pause going over there, hopping over those 2 jumps. Otis scampering around this course. Great movement, Graham.
Ran straight off the end of that dog walk. That's what they call a running contact. Changes side, doing a blind turn there into the tunnel, and now he's going to really leg it down this back straight.
Both of them legging it down the back straight, David and Otis. 28 seconds and clear so far.
Looking good.
Through the collapsible tunnel, 32.22. That's in the lead. That is in the lead.
And the bar just keeps getting raised higher and higher in this competition, and I think it's got some way to go yet. Barking its enjoyment all the way through. Just lost a half a second there. Great job.
Hayley Bray and Bling, miniature poodle, 3 years of age. A lovely partnership, these two from the Bray family, well known in this sport.
One of 2 sisters running one after the other, so there'll be a bit of sibling rivalry going on here. This dog really noisy but enjoying itself. There's no penalty for barking in this sport.
Lovely style. Right through the weaves, still no penalties. This is going to be decided by fractions of the second, this competition, I can assure you of that. So quick through the tyre and through the tunnel.
This competition is going to build to a fantastic climax. Come on, last one to go. 31.781, what a run!
What a run from Hayley, number 1. Fantastic round. Here comes Selena Bray, miniature poodle shade, 5 years of age. Selena's competed since 1988, come up through the ranks of the Kennel Club juniors. Shade doesn't like to be pampered, and these two are absolutely inseparable.
That time that we've just seen posted is going to take some beating, I think, even by her sister.
31.7, the time to beat, with no penalties. Just a bit leisurely over the seesaw.
It's very difficult to tell sometimes because it's not necessarily the scamperers that are going the quickest. Yes. It's the ones that take the tightest line and the straightest line. She's got long legs of Selena. Here she goes.
That's a punishing back straight, as it were, for Selena.
Not going to be far away, you know.
32.2. Not quite as fast as Haley.
Puts her into third place, I think, Jim.
And this is going to be the last of the small dogs. Here we are, last of the small dogs, Bernadette Bay. Winners over the last 2 years. To get a hat-trick here would be absolutely exceptional. But Bernadette Bay and Zaz, the 5-year-old Sheltie, arrive here in exceptional form, Graham.
They won both the first 2 parts of this competition, and if anybody can beat the time set, it's going to be this lady here. Totally unflappable, nerves of steel.
And going for a hat-trick of wins here. Keep your eye on the clock. 31.78 is the time to beat. No penalties, of course. High tension here in the main arena on the final evening of Crufts 2014.
Keep an eye on this A-frame. No time wasted, not even quarter of a second there.
We're building to a terrific finish through the tunnel.
It's going to do it.
Scampering over the jump through the collapsible tunnel, 29.30.
Oh,
30.7. It's a hat-trick of victories for Bernadette Bay and Zaz, the 5-year-old Sheltie. And just underlining what an exceptional performance that is to win 3 years on the bounce at Crufts.
I think that's just, I'm not sure, but I stand to be corrected. I think that's almost unheard of with the same dog. And the crowd loving every minute. I think even for this time on the final evening, there's a fantastic crowd in here.
Confirmation of the result. Brilliant last run by Bernadette Bay and Zaz. 3 years running they've won the small championship here at Crufts. Haley Bray second, David Wright third, Rosie Cavill fourth, and Selena Bray in 5th place after a desperately tight competition.
Right, first to go will be Nicola Wildman. She's got a Celtic called Zoom. It's 8 years old and the full name is Agility Champion Zaza Zoom. They won 2 championship classes last year, and that's when the dog became an agility champion. So she's already started.
First of the medium dogs to go then, Zoom and Nicola Wildman, 8-year-old Kelpie. Fantastic 2013, won 2 championship classes, became an agility champion in the Great Britain training squad this year.
Had a very successful year and a very successful Crufts, winning the YKC competition, this dog.
Let's catch this round. These Kelpies can be a bit tough to train, can't they?
They can be, but if you train one well like this one is, they make fantastic agility dogs.
Very good round. That set the benchmark, 32.6, and no time penalties for Nicola or for Zoom.
So in the medium section, she goes into the lead, of course. Now on the line we've got Stephen Richardson with Libby. He's a Patterdale Collie Cross. 7.5 years old, agility champion.
Stephen Richardson and Libby. Went to the Europeans with Libby and has come up through the young Kennel Club ranks as well.
And he's going for it. And all these handlers know, because it's not a very technical course, it's a very fast course, they have actually got to go flat out if they want to win this. Makes a great spectacle, shows agility to its best, and he's doing absolutely fantastically. He changes sides through the cloth tunnel. He's going to call it for the last jump. Wow-wee!
That's number 1 at the moment for Libby and Stephen Richardson. Excellent.
That really is up with the fastness of the small dogs as well. Really good run.
Just over 30 seconds.
Shows just how fast these Kelpies can be. Now we've got some experience.
Here we go with Alan Gardner and Jude, 10 years of age, looking forward to another season of competition in the twilight years. This one has, though, Graham, been a very successful dog.
It has. Agility champion, touch and go again girl. That's the Kennel Club name. He's had a fantastic career out of this dog. Maybe not the quickest across the ground now, but still a very, very reliable dog. Makes up the time on these turns that we talked about earlier on.
Course built for speed. Keep your eye on that time at the bottom, 30.7 to beat, 15 seconds gone at the moment. We've seen them go a little bit quicker through that section. A little slip on the carpet too.
Alan giving it 110%. He's always a very enthusiastic handler, as you can see. Lots of encouragement there.
Here we are building towards the finish over the Kennel Club jump, 32.9, a couple of seconds off the leading dog, and that's good enough for third at the moment, as we suspected. Twilight years for this one, but a good performance nonetheless.
He's very, very proud, whatever this dog does. Just a little bit of a slip there, cost him a fraction of a second. He'll be very proud.
Jemmy Haycock with Ruby, 5-year-old Staffy, trained at the Wellingborough Dog Training Club and with the Easter Anglian Staffordshire Bull Terrier display team. Interesting dog, this one, quickly over the ground to start with.
Picking up a penalty there at the end of the dog walk. Wasn't even close, really. But that's what happens. You start to push and push and push, and you make mistakes. Shows again that you don't need a Border Collie or a Kelpie or anything like that to do agility. This is a crossbreed.
Staffy picking up time, but those penalties will cost them as they finish the round. 31.5, but 5 penalties and 3 clears ahead of them, but that's a good effort.
Just pushing there, and yep, probably one of the easiest decisions that Tom's going to have to make today.
Watch this one. 19-year-old Ashley Butler, Britain's Got Talent winner with Pudsey. Pudsey the movie is coming your way later in the year. Won all sorts of agility championships, these two, and represented Great Britain twice. And very happy in their work, not necessarily when they're in front of, well, they are in front of the cameras here, but in front of movie cameras.
This is what they started doing, and this is, I always say, this is what Pudsey does on his day off when he's not working. But he is an ultra competitive dog at this height category, and actually a fantastic handler.
Gets really excited when he hears these spectators cheering there about picking up 5 penalties there.
It's going to be a fantastic time, though.
It will be quick. It will be quick. It's 30.7. In fact, it's the quickest time of the lot, but the penalties will hurt them, Graham.
Such a shame, and again, as I say, it's a really, really quick course over the A-frame. Oh, yep, good decision.
Neil Ellis and Chester next to go. 8-year-old Chester, first agility dog, still a nightmare age of 8, and there's 5 penalties right to start off with.
And another 5 on the end of the dog walk. There's nothing more discouraging when your dog takes the first pole, because you're thinking about that for the rest of the round.
But still so important to get round it in a good time too. The best of the best we're all seeing here in the big arena at Crufts. Let me just remind you of that. And brilliant leap there over that hurdle and through the collapsible tunnel and through to the finish as well. 29.668. Again, it's getting quicker and quicker. Neil's just enrolled her as a nurse, by the way, but those early errors will cost.
And there's that first pole, and you can see Neil's shoulders drop. Such a shame.
Natasha Wise, the last of the medium dogs, 3 times world champion. She has high hopes of the World Championship coming up in Luxembourg in September with Dizzy, 1 in a million. Honoured to be her owner and a dream girl on the agility course, and to be an absolute dream, she has to beat 30.7 to win this competition. If anyone can do it, these two can.
Total concentration on the face of both of these. Just steadies down. She knows she can afford to make sure she gets these contacts, because she's got the overall ground speed to win this. She's just got to go clear and keep Dizzy focused on what she's doing.
On a very fast course, this is very, very quick indeed through the weave. Just 15 seconds gone, brilliantly over those 2 jumps. A-frame, up and down, no problem, no penalties either through the tunnel there. Over that jump beautifully, through the tyre. Now, here we go over the last couple of jumps. It's going to be inside, it's going to be inside, it's going to be the winning one, as we anticipated. 29.5. That's what you get from a world champion. That's what you get from Dizzy. Saving the best till last.
She is such a fantastic handler and dog trainer, and this is a dog in a million, truly. I'm not sure that we will ever see another dog quite as good as this. 3 times a world champion, and at the time she achieved that, nobody else had ever achieved that in the world. It was equalled by a German girl later on in that championship, and how happy is Natasha?
Beautifully done. Elation from Natasha. Well done, Dizzy. On and off the agility course, my dream girl, and a winner here in the medium agility championship. Stephen Richardson second, Nicola Wildman third, Alan Gardner fourth, and Ashley Butler fifth. And Natasha and Dizzy, the only partnership to break 30 seconds.
a great course with a fast finish from our judges here from Scotland. Just double checking the time a bit. Did say a new system in, we've got some great graphics this year. And we're off. Right. Alison Rhodes to go next.
8 of the best large dogs now. Alison Roots, originally from South Africa, with Ostara, 8-year-old border collie, first to go. And Graham, you were impressed by these two in qualifying?
I was. They've had a couple of really good qualifying rounds. She's represented at the World Championships for South Africa and Great Britain. The dog's been handling this carpet exceptionally well.
No penalties so far. 23 seconds gone through that tunnel. Just a couple of jumps to go through the collapsible tunnel. Very, very good. Very, very good indeed. 29.4 seconds. Beat that, the rest of you. Alison Roots and Ostara laying it down.
That is the fastest time of the day, and I think it's possible we're going to see faster than that. I said, are we going to see sub 30? Look at the action of that dog.
Cara, 4-year-old border collie, and Jessica Clairhugh has represented Great Britain and Holland and the Junior European Championships, got gold there. Loves playing with tennis balls. No tennis balls out there, just real business over the next 25 seconds.
I love it when you get a clear, fast round. The first dog to go, because everybody else now, they've got to chase it. And what a time she set, 29.47 to beat.
But going well at the moment, these two. 18 seconds on the clock, up and down over the A frame. 20 seconds has gone already. They're going to have to hustle. They're going to have to hurry, and they're going to have to avoid those penalties as well. It's going to be very, very close. Heading for the last jump now, 30.7 just outside it, but still quality. We told you they were the best in Britain, and they're proving that here, Graham.
They are, but we're talking small margins here. A second. I mean, how long is a second? I mean, it's just over the distance that they're travelling.
Next to go, Donna Kersey and Ace, 5-year-old border collie. First appearance at Crufts for Ace. A dream to qualify with her, says Donna. Proud to grace this green carpet. She is my little princess. Just hope I don't let her down. 5 penalties already early on. That will hurt them. Barking away around this course.
Normally these people be competing against 200 or 300 people, other dogs. Here they're only competing against 23, but they are 23 of the best dogs in this country and in some cases the world.
And just underlying a huge achievement to qualify here on the final evening at Crufts. 31.99 and 5 penalties then for Donna Kersey and Ace.
Great effort. She'll take away a tremendous experience of the biggest and best dog show in the world, competing on this green carpet on the final night of Crufts.
Next to go, Lee Windiott, focused, fierce competitor, 5-year-old Pip. Had a very successful year. Pip owned by Sandra Adams.
Jogging away. The time will only start when the dog goes through the timing beams at the very start, and what a lead out this is.
Goodness me, that's an unusual tactic, not seen that before.
Little bit risky though, little bit risky.
Has he got a habit of doing things his own way, Lee?
Absolutely, yes he has. We will see.
There goes
and the reason he did that was because he wants the dog to come faster towards him.
They've had a great start. Just 6 seconds gone over the seesaw. 2 jumps, 3 jumps, excellent. Tunnel, in and out in a blur. Through the weaves. Okay, that's fine. This is good and it's quick. Will Lee's unusual tactics pay off?
It's going to be close again, looking at the clock. Keep an eye on it. Come on, Lee, come on.
29.4 to beat, and it is 29.6. 29.6. Margins so tight, so fine. No penalties, and they made a good fist of it though, didn't they?
Tenths of a second. The handler wasn't even in sight when the dog started. Sometimes that does just create uncertainty because he's gone too far, but when you've got the next competitor coming up.
Next large dog, 7-year-old border collie Detox, and Greg Derritt. A key figure in this sport, Greg, isn't he?
He has been for a number of years, came up through the YKC. He has had a very successful day as well. Let's just see what he's doing. Master tactician is Greg.
Over the dod walk successfully. Seesaw is good. Plenty of speed in there as well. Dog scampering around his detox, in and out of the tunnel. The weaves now, tail wagging and flashing brilliantly through the weaves. A-frame, up and down. That's the quickest we've seen of the app. This is very, very good. 22 seconds gone. They have 29 to beat. They're going to be very, very close here. Very, very close. 29.1. They're in first place. They're in first place. Well done, Greg. A successful and consistent competitor, and number one as things stand.
And look at where Greg is as the dog approaches the weaves. He's right there. He's not giving that dog just an ounce of opportunity to get it wrong. Great effort.
Charlotte Harding and Scandal, 5-year-old Border Collie. Charlotte and Scandal's third time at Crufts. Just an amazing dog, this one, to live with and own, says Charlotte. She's gone walkabout too.
Well, I'm not sure there's hundreds to be gained here, in my opinion. Sometimes you can break the elastic, it stretches too far. But what a start that is, a running contact.
Just under 5 seconds to get in and out of that tunnel. That is quality. 3 jumps completed. They are flying around this course. It is built for speed, it's built for entertainment, and we're getting both. Still no penalties. 18 seconds gone. A-frame up and down over there. Good stuff. Charlotte sprinting down alongside Scandal. It's going to be very, very close. 26, 27, 28, 29.4. Fractions, Graham.
What a fantastic competition this is turning out to be, Jim. What a great initiation it is for you as well. Your first year at Crufts. To see a competition of this quality is amazing. Again, pointing to the obstacle.
2 dogs to go then. This is Anthony Clark, last year's winner with Ruby, 8-year-old Border Collie. Been a bit injured since then, fully recovered now and has gone well in qualifying, Graham.
The reigning champion, he will want to defend his title. Him and Greg are great rivals, but they're also great friends. He'll be wanting to beat him, but he knows that he's just got to go for it now.
29.1.
He can't steady the dog. He's just got to push all the way round.
They are going for it here. 20 seconds as we go up and down over the A-frame.
Just a little bit behind on the clock as we approach the tunnel.
They got to pick up over the last part of this course. 28, 29.30's up there. It's good, it's excellent, no penalties, but it's just not fast enough.
But can you believe we've had 4 dogs under 30 seconds? And again, similar handling technique. He's right in there, and you can see the dog pushing off. Just a little slip on the carpet. And the last one to go.
The last large dog to go then, Alan Short, with a working sheepdog, Bruce. Lovely calm in the house. Comes alive, though, at agility, and has to beat 29.1 seconds. That's a phenomenal time for Bruce, the working sheepdog.
Finished in first place, and he's picked up. It's all decided. Greg Derritt has got the title he wanted.
Just a little error on the seesaw there. We'll have a look at that. The penalties have clocked up. We'll watch, of course, Bruce and Alan Short go round. But they are not going to be the big winners here today. The title that everybody wants. It's a fine effort. It's quick too. They missed the collapsible tunnel as well. So that is that's the end of that particular round. That's an elimination. Last dog couldn't dislodge the winner.
Seesaw has to be touching the ground, otherwise they're faulted. And again, another easy decision for our judge, Tom Quinn, who I have to say set an absolutely fantastic course. What a final it made.
Greg Derritt, the winner then. Alison Ruetz in second place. Charlotte Harding third. Lee Windiot fourth. All those times under 30 seconds on this lightning quick course, and Anthony Clark in fifth.
Well, what an exciting competition, absolutely stunning. And now it's time for presentation of awards. We're very pleased to welcome our presenter for the championship this year, Mr. Jean Metan, Vice President Agility of the French Kennel Club.
So to make the presentation here, we have Jean Metan, Vice President Agility from the French Kennel Club. Presentation for the last agility competition of Crufts 2014. Hugely important title, this one.
Firstly, we'd like to present a memento to our championship judge, Mr. Tom Quinn.
And well done to Tom Quinn for setting a super fast course, a huge honour, a once-in-a-lifetime honour to remind you of this. The Glaswegian competes at grade 6 with his own border collie, Don. Gave us a course, a guaranteed speed and guaranteed great entertainment for everybody here at the NEC and all of you watching wherever you are.
I can't believe how exciting that competition was tonight. Really, the leads keep changing. But we have our results here, and we're going to present first the small section.
And as Dave Ray saying to you, first the small section then, and Bernadette Bay, well, 3 out of 3 in the last 3 years. Bernadette Bay and Saz, that exceptional hat-trick. A phenomenal performance. Not many people come here to Crufts and win once. She has won 3 times in a row. Second placer, Hayley Bray. Alan's daughters, the younger of Alan's daughters, Hayley Bray and Bling, the miniature poodle. A lovely partnership. And in third place in the small dog section, David Wright, Otis, miniature poodle. Very quick dog and a very special dog as well. You move across to the medium championship there. You're looking at Natasha Wise, 3 times world champion. High hopes for the world championship taking place in Luxembourg in September. And going last in the medium section, winning with a 1 in a million dog, Dizzy, the 7-year-old border collie. It was a brilliant, brilliant round. Our next runner-up with Libby. Come up through the young Kennel Club ranks. Stephen Richardson, the runner-up. And third in the medium dogs, Nicola Wildman and Zoom, the Kelpie, first to go in this year's Great Britain training squad, a real talent.
Now we come to the large,
and we move now to the large dogs. We're looking at Greg Derritt, 24th year at Crufts, a massive figure in this sport, a successful and consistent competitor, and a big winner today with Detox, the 7-year-old border collie. Well done, Greg. And the runner-up, originally from South Africa, is Alison Roots with Ostara, the 8-year-old border collie, as a representative of South Africa and Great Britain. Did well in qualifying and finished runner-up in the competition itself. And in third place, Charlotte Harding with Scandal, the 5-year-old border collie. They take third place and they'll go back to Bristol. Very, very happy with that. And she says she sleeps dreaming of dogs.
Right, I'm sure you're going to join me in showing your appreciation of all the handlers on their lap of honour.
Sleeps dreaming of dogs. What a lovely last line for me at Crufts 2014. Thank you very much indeed for your company.